My name is Derek Martin, and the character I played was called Spooner, and the episode was Messenger of the Gods. My agent, Sharon Henry, put me up for it because I'd done quite a bit of stuff for the company that made. I did Professionals, Two Minders, and it just cast me in the part of the villain. And what was I had a big fight scene, as you know, at the end with Dennis Waterman, and the stunt director, his nickname was Pebbles, and I can't think of his surname. He's sadly no longer with us. But when I arrived, and he went, "Oh, it's you," because I used to do stunts before I became an actor. And he said, "Oh, it's you." He said, "Well, you can do the fights." He said, "But I've got Steve Emerson here who's going to double for you." Now, I know Steve well, and he's doubled for me before. He said, "Well, let him jump off the little shed roof." He said, "And he'll get his fee. And then you and Dennis can get together with a chain and a shovel and fight." He said, "And it will save the director having to cut away. Won't worry about who's who because you'll be the Spooner and doing the actual fights." So that's how it worked out. So, but as I got cast, as I say, I've done work for the film company that made all those different ones, different series. So very lucky, but very enjoyable. To work with Diana Dawes, lovely lady, very friendly, very down to earth. And I did a series called Queenie's Castle, which she was the lead in it for a series, and it was up in Yorkshire. So I'd met her then, and really nice, but enjoyable because I knew Dennis well, because Dennis and myself, we both played golf, and we used to play a lot of charity for different charities to raise money. So we knew each other, so we could have a good chat. John Thor, very nice man, but very quiet, didn't say a lot. I expect you've heard that from other people, but I think he said hello to me, and the rest of the talk that we had was the dialogue from the scripts. So there you go. But I really enjoyed working on it. As I say, all them, the Professionals, Sweeney, they were all quick bang bang takes and everything, but they worked. Very popular, and I still get nice little repeats and residuals from programs, especially, as I say, that one, the Sweeney, is very popular because of that lady. And the sad thing is, Andrew, when I look, she's no longer with us. John, Dennis, they've passed on, and it's sad. I'm like the last man standing about that episode. And McPhee, who played the young lead in it, he sadly died of cancer very young. And but there you go. That's life. We press on. Spooner he had like a builder's yard, but I think that was more of a cover. He drove about in a nice Bentley as well. And there was an actor called Michael Melia, who I had a scene with in the Bentley, who was another good actor, who's sadly not around, I don't think so. But he was a no good villain, as always. I hit John on the head with a brick and then run. And that was a good sequence because I'm not a great runner. But as I'm running, Dennis and John are catching me up in the street. So I'm shouting back without the sound hearing, "Slow up, you're catching me up." And of course, one of the lines in it was Dennis or John says to each other, "We should be running for the Olympics." But they were actually catching me up. So I know, but as I say, I'm not a good runner, but it looked good, the sequence. It looked like I left them and that was it. So I'm more like left on the floor, out of breath. Terry Green, yes. Knew Terry very, very well. Lovely man. Again, I think he come from East End originally, or from London. And I did a series before I did that, many years after Law and Order, called Chinese Detective, and played the horrible boss detective chief inspector, and Terry did a load of episodes, so I got to know him quite well, and other things that I did as well, as you say, like Sweeney. He did a few King and Castles, so good man, good man. Well, there was a road in Fulham called Job's Road, and there was a big builder's yard come auction place, and that's where the fight took place with Dennis when it come off the roof, and then the fighting with the chain and the shovel. That was there. The others was not far from there running, and they used a builder's yard not far from there where Spooner was. When I had to set to with John and hit him on the head with a brick and then run. So he's filming these series, as I say, like Minder, Sweeney, Professionals. You're in and out. You turn. You might not shoot everything the same day, but you go to where the locations, because they're very quick turnarounds. I mean, they're 50 odd minutes with a 55 minutes like there's commercial breaks, but it's very quick. You don't get very many takes. And you know what I mean? You want you to spot on. That's why when you get the script, before there's no rehearsals, when you get there, you read through the lines and then crash, you shoot it. So it's very on the quick. So you've got to be on your toes. But that was it. You arrive, do the scenes, goodbye, see you again. Oh yeah, you're on Thursday week or whatever to finish off the episode. Makeup, I never, unless it was a scar or I had my nose bashed in or I cut my head if someone's hit me. Makeup was not very much makeup at all. I just used to go like that with my hair and say, oh, that's all right, isn't it? So just everything was natural. Wardrobe, again, whatever they wanted. I mean, I think in the scene where I've the thing at the builder's yard, I was in a tracksuit because that's when I ran off and running. But other than that, you're in a suit. They supply all the wardrobe and usually, well, they provide the shoes as well. But sometimes you wear your own shoes if they're the right colour, if they're more comfortable. So, but all pretty straightforward, Andrew. You know what I mean? You just get used to it. For instance, my son's working tomorrow on EastEnders, and they phone up and give him the call. He's got to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and wardrobe will phone him up and say, it's so and so time of the year. We want you to wear a choice of shirts, trousers, jeans, shoes, and whatever. So you turn up with a little bag with them in, and they say, yeah, use that. That's it. But when that was because he's doing background in it. But if you're doing a part, then sometimes they have you in to have a fitting for the wardrobe and whatever they want you to wear. So working alongside Dennis, I knew Dennis, as I say, I worked with him before. He's a Jack the Lad. He could have a laugh, a crack, or whatever. And if you fancy going for a beer with him, you go and have a beer with him. And he was talking and chatty. Whereas John, good actor, but he was kind of like kept himself to himself, a bit quiet. If he come over and started chatting to you, then that's fine. But other than that, as I said, he'd probably say good morning or whenever. And then the rest of the time, the only thing he said to me was the dialogue on the script. So, but it was, listen, all those programs were very enjoyable to work with because they were quick turnarounds. Everybody was like a family. You all worked, everything slotted into place, right? Wardrobe, shoot, turn over, bang, crash. Yeah, that was a good take. Finish, off we go. Next one. Well, so it was all, and of course, you're earning money. You're working, and it happens very quick. So, but great, really enjoyable. Yes, that was always me. Yeah. The only thing I didn't do was when before it started, I supposedly jumped off the roof of this little lean-to shed, and then I confronted with Dennis. That was Steve Emerson, who doubled for me. But that was so he could get his fee. Because when Pebble saw me, he went, "Oh, Christ, you could do all this." He said, "Well, as Steve's here, let him earn his fee. He can jump off the little roof, and then you and Dennis can get stuck in." So that was it. We did it. I did it all myself because having done stunts, you know how to, for the faces, you know, not to cover up the leading actor like Dennis. You turn and bosh and hitting and slashing at one another, and that's it. So good fun. No one got hurt. Touch wood. From my personal view, when I step on a set of anything that I've done or that I'm doing, I've got a big smile on my face because I'm doing a job that I love doing and I'm getting paid for it. Because there's a lot of people out there who have to do jobs they don't like because they've got commitments, bills, mortgages, and things. But I just love the game. I know it sounds old hat, but I just love it. I go to work with a big smile and come away, and I'm meeting all these lovely people, friendly, very rare. I think in all my years, and I've been in the business 60 years this year, I've only met 5 people that are horrible, and I can count them, but only about 4 or 5. Otherwise, everyone's like a one big happy family. And it's just you walk on and do scenes with people. I've done scenes with Sir John Gielgud, and I worked on James Cagney's last film that he ever made over here. I mean, to be with them people, and I never went to stage school or drama school. I started off as an extra, 3 guineas a day in old money on Z cars. There you go. That was an old police series. So. But no, it's very enjoyable, lovely, just to walk on the set. What do I do now? I mean, people would say, I am. I'm 90 next April, 90 years old. There's a big problem. Television companies and film companies, not them, but their insurance companies are very reluctant to insure people of my age because of the insurance is too high. Therefore, they're looking for people who are 60 who look 90, and the insurance is a lot cheaper. So work at the moment is I've done a few self-tapes, sent them off, but I didn't get them. But as I said, my agent said that the insurance problem is the big problem. They reluctant because I could drop dead, or they think someone of 90 could drop dead on the set, and that would cost them a fortune in insurance. So at the moment I've got nothing lined up except get repeats and residuals from programs that I've done over the years: Doctor Who, Sweeney, Minder, Professionals, Little Britain, EastEnders. Obviously, I was on EastEnders for 16 years. Upstairs, downstairs, Fools and Horses. So all these little bits come in. So I'm still earning a few quid, so which is nice, and I'm still around, which is even nicer. Andrew, listen, thank you, mate. You keep well and please keep safe. Okay?